The reason people stay in unloving relationships is they have chosen not to leave or they are not ready to leave. That does not make you a failure. It may be a very strategic decision, but the critical thing is to live in that relationship or around it with an attitude towards life that you are in control of your own happiness. At the end of the day, whether this day will be happy or unhappy, yes, it may be influenced by other people's behavior, but the greatest influence of all is how you respond to the life that you have chosen.
Thank you, Dr. Gullo, for your presentation and bringing out those excellent points. We have a few questions that have been submitted, and we wanted to see if you could give us some feedback and some answers. The first question is, what if one of us is trying harder than the other? Should I keep fighting or walk away?
Earlier in our boot camp, I said sometimes what you share in common is greater than what divides you. Maybe your partner is not capable of fidelity. Maybe they have scars from their childhood or life experiences that have damaged their capacity for intimacy. And if you decide to make peace with that, and you can still live with a measure of happiness that you give to yourself and you build for yourself, it can be a strategic decision to stay. If, however, it's a constant source of pain, if there are destructive elements or any kind of physical abuse, then find a way or make one and leave. But if life is not perfect, first try to make it better before you leave.
Thank you, Dr. Gullo. Our next question is how to argue constructively so that the person doesn't think that I am an unloving lover.
We are not only concerned about the other person thinking you are an unloving lover, but you want to make certain that disagreements don't destroy the relationship and the love you may share, or even if there is no love, the respect that you have for one another. Let me tell you a cardinal rule. Never hit below the belt. If there is a disagreement, stay with the issue. Don't be saying you're stupid, you're crazy. Don't engage in personal attacks. If you're going to stay in this relationship, it's going to make it more difficult for you. If you have to stay in the relationship, it'll always be easier if you're cordial to one another, even if you no longer have a love for one another.
And speaking on that, we have one last question, actually two. Can love be rekindled if the spark is completely gone?
Very often, I have encountered a surprise. I know many of the people I've worked with for years, and sometimes for decades. They may have gone through a period of great infidelity from the other partner or betrayal. But they were ever able to develop a communication that at least allowed them to be cordial. And sometimes, because of interests they share in common, because of the appreciation they have for the history of the years together or the family or business they have built. I have seen that love be rekindled. And I even have seen very, very touching situations where someone who had infidelity towards his wife, when his wife died, he truly threw himself on the casket and said, "Why not me instead?" That person had transcended his shortcomings to a new appreciation of his wife, and his wife, while never forgetting, was able to go beyond the normal sense of anger to forgiveness. You have heard the expression, to err is human, to forgive is divine. Yes, sometimes in a relationship, we really have to push ourselves to go beyond the normal response of running away or anger to a better moment when we can step back and look at what you share in common and say, if I'm going to spend my years or my life with this person, let me try again to focus on what is possible.